All right. How's that now? We looking good? Please tell me you can hear it now. Somebody. Can you hear the volume now? Yes, no, yes, no. Tuvia, do you hear anything? See, now I don't even know if I can hear anything. Come on. Come on, no volume, no volume. I'm waiting. Good. All right, you can hear it. Good. Okay. Phew. Steve, there we go. I got to move it a little bit. All right, there we go. We got Travis. We got Stephen Farrell all the way from Utah. I'm sorry, but Steve's one of the great, leaders of Elwood out in Utah, and he's in a little freaking farm. That's where he staffs. He's in a cow field, but he's going through the same struggles that everybody goes, and with staffing. Thank you. I was a little nervous on there. But what I wanted to talk about tonight is I had some issues with the roof and I had contractors out, and I had to decide who to go with. You had your cheaper prices, really lowballed, and then you had your medium, and then you had your more expensive. And I compared it just to staffing right now because I didn't go with the cheaper. I didn't go because I've learned you're going to pay for what you get. So I went up on the higher end because I like the references. I like the background of the company. I trusted this gentleman today and signed him right on the spot because I trusted him, and the way he treated me was phenomenal. He was so well prepared for everything about the roof repairs had to be done. Everything was great. He didn't even push the sale price until the end. And then he did a lot for us. And that's the same kind of things that I think a lot of people here on staffing struggle with, the same thing. Staffing the markup percents when you're going from 38% to a 44% in staffing. It's hard because nobody's winning right now. Nobody is friggin' winning. When I looked at the job boards, I'm going to go through it, and it's unbelievable. Over 8,000 jobs, and it's getting higher and higher. Some of these companies are asking for 100 people, not even in the logistics centers area. It's not happening. I mean, so they're going to be struggling. So when a staffing company approaches you and says, hey, we're at 44% markup, that might be high, but it's not. You're going to pay for what you get. You're going to have those low ballers. You're going to have some staffing companies. Listen, there's a couple around here that scare the hell out of me. I don't know who or what they do, how they compete at a 30 to 31% markup is beyond me. We got Steve, more cows than I have people. That's true. Steve they bus people in from across the state lines to fill the jobs. I'm winning. Hey, Rob, there he is. Hey, Rob, you still working that job? Rob works at a job. I don't know if he's still happy or you're still there, Rob. I hope so. But Tuvia Lind Eving. Oh, you guys are a piece of work. Kiss, keep it smiling simply. Oh my God. Anyway, so when you look at the price, don't just automatically go back and say no. You're going to need to change. I've been sitting here tonight trying to come up with ideas. What the hell can you friggin' do to get to people? Because you're talking in our area, right? You're talking Uline, Good Shepherd, IT Solutions, Volvo, Amazon, Pepsi, Remco, Nestle Waters, Aldi's, Lutron, Allen Distance, Allen's Distribution, Weaver, Crayola, XPO, Radio, FedEx, Walmart, goes on and on and on for friggin' numbers, man. You can go right through Indeed and Career Builder and just keep friggin' going. Then you have all the hospitality, Lord forbid. Then you got everything. I don't know anymore. Sometimes you don't know what are some of the ideas. So don't ever, when you sit down, if you're not having a meeting with your staffing company or the corporate, both of you talking weekly, you really need to talk. I mean, keep each other up to date of what you're doing, because I told you before, some of the staffing companies are so low. Listen, I don't even know if they do the background checks or drug screen. You got to really trust the company, because when they lowball that, I have no clue how they're doing it. Something, just saying. But be careful what you're doing, because that higher rate, unless you have proof, that ROI, if you have return of investment there, if you can say 34% markup is better than a 44 to a 48%. The staffing companies got not getting rich off of that. if you're a company and listening, you're not getting rich. The staffing company is not getting rich. You're both suffering. The staffing company is going to mark it up because their costs are going astronomical for the backgrounds and the drug screen, the no-shows, the calls, the recruiters. You're burning recruiters out. Recruiters are so stressed. I think I swear to God, you see job openings of recruiters around here just skyrocketing. Hey, there's Daryl, Texas. There's a man from Texas. If you want to connect with, he's in the oil fields, right? Daryl, you still in the oil fields with that job that you're doing? I know you were talking about that before. So nobody's getting rich. You're not getting rich. There's nothing. I wish sometimes that some of the corporations could see what a staffing company makes. You would be blown away. You'd be like, whoa, what the hell? You wouldn't even make that decision if you were in a corporate and you saw what a staffing company make. You'd laugh. You'd be like, whoa, what the hell are you doing that business for? High volume. Or your direct hires. Your direct hire is, listen, that's for more like the middle management, but you can still do direct hires. We do direct hires for like forklift drivers and warehouse associates and call centers. Listen, $500 will get you a forklift driver vetted. If I feel that they're good to go, send them to you. You hire them, you interview them. It's $500 for an invoice, weekly invoice. That's as simple as I can get for stuff like that, because the warehouse associates like $275, call centers like $400, $450. It's on the website there, but that's another option. Now I know some people, let's change things. Exactly. Daryl, since March 20, you're still unemployed. All right. I thought you were working, Daryl. I thought he was really working. But think about that. It's the way to go on there. So what are you going to do different now going forward? Because I wanted to write down like peak season again. Peak season's coming, right? So with all these jobs, some of the jobs are up to 25. Some of them are at 21. That's got to end sooner or later. Companies can't absorb $25 an hour to handle pick clothing or pick for any kind of logistics centers. To pay that kind of markup on top of that, it's insane. So you need to be coming up with ideas. I don't care if you get together in a group and come up with the craziest ideas. I wrote some down I'm going to go over. But if you say no right away, if you say corporate will say no, something's wrong there. Because when COVID hit, and even now, when it benefits the company, I'm going to say this again, even staffing, when it benefits a staffing company or it benefits a corporation, you bend the rules. It's a fact. Oh, we can do it now. It's on both sides. Oh, we can make that change now. Yes, do it. Well, before we couldn't do it now. You see what I'm saying? It goes both ways. So that's where you got to look at, like, what are you going to do? If a team member comes up with some really good ideas, you got nothing to lose but saying, okay, let's give it a try. Seriously, quarter two is new quarter four. I'm sorry, I had to laugh at that. You're right, Steve. That's exactly, and it's going to get worse. It's only, like I said, some of the ideas I was trying to just come around, and the pay rate, right? It's problems tonight. The pay rate's not always a problem right now. So if you're at 15, 16 for logistics side, I don't know if I wouldn't raise it anymore. You got to stop. It has to stop eventually, because all the other companies like that are paying 13, and all your hospitality, some of the Wawas are closing down on night shift. They don't have a staff. A Wawa does not have a staff, so they shut down the night shift. What does that tell you? So pay rates aren't always it. So the shifts, I know Steve, you're going to agree with this. Some of these shifts are crazy. They're insane. Sit back, have a meeting with your top people, right? Suggestions, ideas. That's all this is. It's not something that you're going to sit there and say, well, we can't do that. Well, we can't do that. That's the first thing that everybody does in the meeting. They sit there and say, they won't speak up. Your team won't speak up because you're going to say no anyway. If you're a regional director, or, you need to start listening, because they're the ones doing the job, and that could be on either way. But some of the shifts, you got to start Crazy. Oh, come in at 2 a.m. and finish up at 10, or start at 11 p.m. and work till 10 a.m. or even weekends. You're talking the craziest shifts. Start at 4 in the morning. Are you serious? Look at those shifts. If you were to go on Indeed and look at all of them and the job boards on social media, I'm like, whoa, who the hell can work those kind of hours? I had a nibble, but they wanted me to move to California. Woo! This country is hurting. Job market is horrible. Nobody is lowballing everyone. You're right, because it balances out. Nobody's winning. Nobody is at all. So when I say the shifts, look at some of the crazy shifts. Look at them. Sit tomorrow and say, wow, wonder what shift. Maybe 10 hours, four 10-hour shifts will work for 4 days. Then have a shift Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or just Friday and Saturday. Have off Sunday. I know that sounds, some guys will be like, oh, don't do that. It's just ideas. It's ideas. My guys did. Okay, good. And then you need to bank to move to California. I don't know if you want to move there, but think of the shifts. That's an idea, right? Then think of 4 10-hour shifts. I'm sorry. Let me see. Weekends calls off. Perks. The sign-on bonuses. Does it work? Does it work? I see $500 for a sign-on bonus. Do you get the return investment on that? I don't hear many people saying anything like that. Daryl and them had 14 days on, 7 off. That's in the oil industry. Yeah, I can imagine what that is. And it's a lot of long hours, but look, 7 days off. Think of something. You can do it. It's not a problem. You have a lot of management and a lot of leaders that can just come up with some ideas and your team. But the perks, like I said, the sign-on bonus, does it work? The attendance bonus. I've seen $500-600 for 2 weeks attendance. You're paying people to go to work on time. Years ago, I'm sorry, I think everybody on here, you're paying them to make sure they come into work every day. When you have a system like that, 50-60% of the time, it doesn't even pay. They don't even make it for 1 minute. You get it, but think about that. You're paying them, rewarding them for the first 2 weeks to come to work. Years ago, you would have been gone. You would have been in the unions or anything like that. You would have been gone out of there. That was 90 days. You were out. But think about that, attendance. Then you're talking about the hiring experience. This is what every friggin' day you go nuts. You can speed it up. Not, for God's sake, on the logistics, those ones that say, call tonight, start tomorrow. That scares the living hell out of me for that part. But at least give a day. But even in the mid-level management, within a week or week and a half, you need to move. If you have 2 interviews and you're feeling good, make it. Let's see what he's saying. Just increase your base pay. Correct. I know what you're saying there. You'll attract better talent. You're right. So you're going to increase that versus giving the bonuses. That makes sense. Total sense. And you will attract a better talent, because then you can increase it by taking that bonuses out. That's a good idea, Steve. I like that. Just like he said, that's an idea. Doesn't mean something, but here on LinkedIn is designed to come up with ideas and solutions. So when I come on LinkedIn today to try to get some ideas to see what other companies, I'm tired of seeing these polls 6-7 times right there. Poll. I don't care what you eat for dinner. I don't care what's the best sports place to go to. For a company to be on there, you need to start sharing value. You need to start sharing your ideas, what can work, because it will. So now it talks about, let's see, 1 to 2 weeks for hiring. We all adjusted for COVID. Lunch. A lot of things I see, lunch and break rooms is a big thing. Break rooms. Some companies have redone their break room to make it fun. Put games, put something in there, because I've read some of the reviews on some companies that said break room is awesome. Little things like that, little things could help. It's not going to solve it. Coffee, luncheons, stuff like that. Toss in 2 days for an emergency PTO days, like 2 days. That's it. It's an idea. because that could give somebody 15 to 20 minutes if they're running late with childcare, everything like that. Empathy, but hold accountable also. It's not just like you're going to give it. Warehouse mentality is like screaming, make it happen. Oh, Jesus, Daryl. I'm trying not to lie with that one. I was lied about the benefits. I was today one, I would get them. Now I have to wait 90 days. That's, Rob, that's pretty bad. That's should have been discussed right there. And if you were lied to, I don't understand that. But put extra 2 days on there. Increase the 401k. For those who understand what a 401k is, if you mark it up 1%, you could raise the hourly rate a little bit and then bring your matching up 1%. That's what companies are doing. The benefits, they're giving free dental care for the children, free vision. They're doing that. They're subsidizing. There's companies I noticed that are paying like about $100 a week for childcare for a family that has children that needs to go to work. They give their employees $100 a week. Oh, that sucks, Rob. Yeah, these guys, they just talk to each other all friggin' night. But think about that. I mean, they're giving $100 a week towards childcare. Now, think if you were in that kind of industry right now and you had somebody going to pay you $100 towards childcare, would that make you feel better? It's just ideas. They were just some of the things that I was trying. I went through all the stats today, even on LinkedIn, different companies. They talked about room for advancements. Do it. Set up some training programs for Word, Excel, PowerPoint, something to get the employees involved. Have them, if they want to stay after, set up a training program, something. There was a company offering, to help assist candidates learn about Word, Excel, PowerPoint. I thought that was pretty good. Travis, putting an investment in people is an investment in yourself. I leave on the clock to take off for family stuff. Loyalty creates. God, you're going to throw one of those big words on me, Travis. I don't even know how to pronounce that there. But he's correct right there. If you invest in yourself and people, that's where you're going to win. So if they have a training program after work or even prior or online, offer it. I believe Manpower offers something like that. That's a shout out for Manpower, but I believe they offer something to their candidates for schooling for something like that. So another idea, the candidates, let's see, Word, Excel, new programs. There's so many new softwares out there, programs for staffing companies to help. All you got to do is, like we're talking about it now, it's going to come up from Alexa and all on your cell phones. Check some of these new software programs out for hiring, like Hootsuite for social media. Social media is going so many things. Let these software programs work for you. Travis Lane, looking forward to seeing you on the ring. Yes, Travis, we're all excited about that. We're going to get you a job. You watch. But think about that. That's what you're talking about is look at social media tools. Let it do the work for you. Let it do the work for you. While you're sleeping, it's working. It's finding candidates for you. But you have to, listen, you got to find somebody that knows what they're talking about. It doesn't have to be me, but you have to find somebody that knows social media and that can explain it to you. It can make you put them in front of that laptop and show them and then see them gulp. Like, whoa, you didn't know that. And they're the kind of things that I'm talking about right there is you need to find somebody that knows the back end of it and show you results. And if you find that person or company, don't go with these ones online that say $9.99 or $99 a month. That's useless. you get, there's a lot of stuff online that I'm looking at. I'm like, wow, you don't even need that. But find something there that's constantly getting your company out there. Listen, the reason I do this at night, and I've talked to Tubia and a couple of these guys here, even Daryl and Steven and everybody, is you got to keep consistent. Do I want to do live videos every day? Sometimes I don't. I'm tired. But I do it because it shows awareness. It keeps your name out there. If your website is not up to date, I was looking at some of the websites today. Let's see what we got here. Oh, she was confused. I agree. My wife needs more than I do. I need a new hip. Oh, geez. You look like you're in trouble, Rob. You better get yourself healthy. got something at Gap, last emergency policy. Oh, okay. They're talking about insurances. That's these guys. But think about it. The social media, get your website. Listen, the websites on staffing companies, even some of the companies are not even updated. They're not updated. The reviews on there, I was reading a lot of companies say, I went right to all the reviews, and we've talked about this before. Reviews aren't always correct. There's always two sides. But when you have 5 to 10 reviews and they're all almost about the same thing, then there's a problem. There's something there, whether it could be a manager. Maybe check into it. I've talked about that before. Look at your reviews, respond to them, get them cleaned up. There's nothing wrong. If you don't have nothing to hide from your company, get your company name out there. Promote the living hell out of it. You know, I use Coke and Pepsi and Nestle Waters, Chris, as an example all the time. Do you think their name is a household name because they don't advertise? Get your company out there. There's some companies out there that don't even know iHerb, ShipBob, all these companies that I had at my prior company. They don't even know they exist. You might think because your marketing department's putting it out there, but the message doesn't get out to the people that are looking for the jobs. Because when they look on Indeed, they might see the name, but they don't know what the company's about. Everybody knows FedEx because they put pictures, they put images, they put videos. It's just ideas again. Get your name out there every single day, 1 posting a day to 2 on each social media platform. And it'll carry on. It'll work for itself. Then once you start putting the correct ways to post your jobs, then you're going to win. You're going to start drawing those candidates because you have to get those candidates to leave that company, because the candidates that are not working, they're not going to work. You might as well just forget about them. Forget about the ones that are with the stimulus and that don't want to return to work, because everybody knows what the unemployment. Now, there is some that seriously that need this. And I saying that heartedly there is like, because some people do because of childcare, but there is people that just want to take advantage of the system. And you're going to have to start pivoting. You're going to have to start pivoting towards those people that are working, that are employed. You're going to have to try to reach out and snag them to come back to your company, you know, because what's going to draw you out from the difference? What's going to make you leave? If you've been with a company for 10 years, what would make you leave? You have your PTO, you have your vacation, you have everything set. Why would you want to leave a company of 10 years? There's a couple reasons. You wouldn't be happy. You're not happy that you haven't had advancement. That's what you need to concentrate on. When you get your message out there, I don't like to say it like this, but it's true. You make them feel the pain, but then you show them a solution. Make them feel the pain, show them the solution. And what I mean by that is, for an example, if you're doing an ad and you got your head leaned down with a person, they can relate to that, right? But then you show them the solution of how you got a job or what you did, then they're happy, right? I like that saying, make them feel the pain, but you know what I'm saying. Or try to make your company stand out from the others, you know, because in the Lehigh Valley here, you have all these huge companies right down the logistics centers. You could walk from each one and go and apply at the other one, go down to the other one, apply there constantly over and over and over. So I believe that's about it. Let's see, videos. I talked about videos already. There we go. I like that too. Yeah, we've been getting together a lot this week. But on that note, everybody, I think I'm all social media videos. I told everybody before, get these videos, ask your employees. Go out on the floor if you're a manager, right? Or HR. And corporate will say, no, you can't do that. And see, that's what the problem is. Right off the bat, no, corporate won't do that. You don't know. But get some of the candidates that want to do a video, excited, and film it. You know, why you want to work here. There is candidates that will do that for you. And when that goes a long way, when you see a workforce that's happy. So yes, good night. And one more thing here, Aerotech. Oh, let us dragging their feet. Some coworkers applied through them, been waiting a month or longer. Can't do the background check correct. Well, that's one of the excuses, Rob, and you're right. And this is the experiences that some of these candidates have had. So this is why I like doing a show like this, because little things like this that everybody adds is what companies aren't correcting. They're not going to correct it. So on that note, everybody, I want to thank everybody. 27 minutes. I'll tell you, when you got to write for 27 minutes and you don't even read half of it off there. So everybody have a great night. Don't forget, Travis Lane will be on tomorrow night, 9:00, and we're going to find him employment. He's in New Mexico. He's coming back to the United States. He's a great veteran, and I'm not saying it, but he is from the Army. Hint, hint. So we will talk to everybody soon, and have a great night, and talk to you soon.